Do you guys want a Yahoo?
Yeah. Please.
This Yahoo was sent in by Valerie Rogers. Thank you, Valerie. It is by Yahoo Answers user Paul, who asks, what is the sexiest dog? I sometimes jog in the dog park around the corner from where I live. The other day, I got talking to a model who was walking her dachshund, said she would like to see me again. I told her I walk my dog there a lot, so she would probably bump into me sometimes. Problem is, I don't have a dog. I now have to buy one so she doesn't know I was lying to her, so I could maybe get laid. I am wondering what type of dog I should get. I want to get the sexiest dog possible, so I have the best chance at getting into her pants. What kind of dog? What do you dog owners suggest? Which dog is more likely to drive her crazy?
Having a seizure about
I
this.
also need one that doesn't make much noise because my wife can't find out. She doesn't like dogs.
Twist.
Yeah.
Oh God!
You know,
right there at the end.
You didn't think
I thought it was so bad, but now I see it for what it truly is.
You got a Yahoo chameleon. Is that how you say his name?
I think it's got to be an Afghan hound. Their hair looks like a beautiful lady's hair hanging down.
Yeah, that's not bad. What about something that has even like a suggestive name, like a schnauzer? You know what I mean? Because whenever I hear schnauzer, I think of
like how a barbet is called a gun dog by the United Kennel Club.
Well,
a gun dog.
I was more thinking of like you could ostensibly refer to your penis as like your schnauzer. You know what I mean?
Why don't you get a human slave dressed as a dog and walk him through the dog park?
This is good. This is a good line of dialogue for us to go down.
And you want to know something? People do that. That exists. I saw it on an episode on, I believe, TLC.
Let's clear up real quick, though, just for a second. When you say human slave, you're talking about an S&M thing and not a literal
not
slavery
like on the
thing.
black market.
Okay.
No, I'm talking S&M, a BDSM kind of thing.
Okay.
And the person, they wear snout and dog ears and whatnot. You get them on a leash. They crawl on all fours through the dog park. And I don't know whether they use the bathroom like a dog, but I think it's safe to assume.
Okay. I'm going to need about 15 minutes to just jerk it real quick. Can we take a break? Can we have a brief jerk it recess?
Yeah, and then we'll edit that out.
And we're back.
And, got it. There was so much!
Hey, can I ask a real quick favor from people who are into S&M? I'm into it. I'm down with you having your lifestyle. Could you not take that whole scene into a public forum where that's going to be that person's whole week?
Unless.
It's
a special park that's just for that.
Don't smell his ass. Just kidding. Go for it. You have to. Do it, you bitch.
Wild.
The place in which I saw this occurring, it was an S&M pair in San Francisco.
Well, that seems like the kind of place where that would happen. Yes. Yes, of course.
So I'm saying maybe this is a special dog park, but can you imagine being a regular dog owner that's just like, a new dog park?
Maybe in like the deep, like Denton, Texas or something like that. Like, this is not a thing that has ever happened in this whole zip code. Cool. Justin, you got real quiet. Are you okay?
Sometimes it gets...
Is it too real?
The walls you try to put up for yourself, you think that they're to keep...
We have an agreement.
I know it's just an inside, but it turns out the walls have been there to keep all of this out the whole time.
Because maybe, just maybe,
maybe
it's your thing.
It's got to be somebody's thing. What if it's my thing? Like, how much of me guarding myself, maybe some of my social anxiety can be traced back to the fact that I'm constantly worried I'm going to be like, woof, let's fuck. Yeah. I need it.
But we can't let those fears control where we go on this show. We have to have this agreement. No limits, no restraints. Take this pill. Let's go down this sexual oubliette together.
Some restraints, but only if they're extreme.
Yeah, right.
Let's go down this hole.
You gotta go one way or the other.
We have to figure. This show is a sexual spirit journey, in more ways than one. And when we start pulling back a little bit, when we start holding back the reins.
Do you remember 3 years ago when we sat down and we started discussing doing this show, and we said we're gonna do this show for one reason and one reason alone, to learn about ourselves sexually.
Come, my brother, come listen to three brothers discover themselves sexually.
open their flowers to new possibilities.
You remember when we were coming up with names for the show, and I thought that E2 Hermano, Tambien was gonna be where we should land?
I do think that making this show has skewed my perception of what it of. I do not think I have a barrier for what is a barometer for what is normal.
Weird. I used to think things were weird.
Nothing's weird.
Do you remember
everything is beautiful?
Do you remember like 100 episodes ago when we were like, "Hey, furries, right?" And now we're all basically furries. Now
I legit, no joke, if I hear someone out in real life make fun of the furries, I will interject into a stranger's conversation and be like, excuse me, that's actually coming from a very uninformed place, and let me tell you what you need to know about the furry community.
Are we a microcosm of this experiment called America? I hope that the amount of progressiveness that we show on this show every single episode, I think if we can take steps forward like that as a fucking nation, then we are going to turn into like a Hellraiser-esque dimension of pain and pleasure.
I think initially we did have we had a lot of socially accepted bigotry.
Yeah.
I think when we started, we had a lot of socially acceptable barriers.
I was not into interracial marriage. I was
Right.
firmly anti-interracial marriage.
I didn't believe an older person could truly love a younger person. But now I know.
We used to be the only person we have gotten irrationally angry at, and I have not regretted as jugglers. I still feel like we were pretty much on the money with jugglers. I want to keep that feud going. But literally everything else, I am sorry for any time we've judged.
Now, is that your Appalachian affectation on the word juggalos? Hey, man, you gotta have festivals and a bunch of jugglers around.
I would marry my firstborn daughter to a juggalo before I let her date a juggler.
Wow.
I want to leave it at that.
Wow. Adam.
By saying that, my future daughter is going to listen to this and date a juggler to piss me off. God damn it.
Kids, right?
Nah.
It's like we work so hard for you to not date anyone who suspends balls in the air.
That's all I ask. That's all I ask is to stay away from wizards and prestidigitators and jugglers. I don't like anybody who does tricks. I don't think it's so wrong.
Our dad was murdered at a carnival. Have we ever talked about the fact our dad was murdered at a carnival?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well,
Although I would like to throw out special thanks to our adopted father, Clint McElroy. Which I mean, we adopted him.
Clint,
we needed
you've done such a great job raising us, but the scars of our former dad's carnival murder, unsolved carnival murder.
Amelia McElroy died.
I feel like it really informs a lot of the stuff we talk about on the show. I am amazed that we've never talked about it.
Are you sure it hasn't come up?
It seems like it would have come up, the fact that our dad was killed by a juggler.
Well, we can't prove that he was the prime suspect. Could have been anybody. Could have been the bearded lady. Could have been the lizard man.
True.
Could have been Duncan Booth. Maybe a knife thrower. That seems accurate.
Could have been, cotton candy guy.
Cotton candy guy.
Last person you ever suspect. He doesn't have any superpowers.
This cotton candy tastes like my dad. What? Spun to death.
You made it from Emilio?
All
right.
Guess his weight is.
Let's end the show.
Well, I was gonna keep making like carnival jokes.
Okay, go ahead. I gotta grab a washcloth.
What's wrong?
I spilled some coffee.
Okay. I was gonna say, I guess his weight.
Oh, hey, Griffin.
Oh, okay. What's up?
Nothing. We never talked.
Yeah. What's What are you seeing anybody?
I mean, not right now. Why do you ask?
I mean, are you dating?
Well, no. I'm engaged, so no. Did I not tell you that?
Who are you engaged to?
To my fiance.
Right, but who the fuck? Jesus, man. What happened to us?
Sorry, I was trying to hold out. But...
Thank God Justin's back.